What's up and welcome to Rad Potential. We're back working on the 2002 yet again, and today we got a really quick and easy one. We are changing alternator bushings or an alternator bushing on this 2002. So you see on this M10 alternator, it's got a bushing that mounts it to this bracket down here. Well, I'll give you a better look at it shortly, but this is what the deal is. It's super loose, wiggles all over the place. You can't really get good tension on the belt. So we're gonna pull that out of there and press out the old shot rubber bearing bushing. And I've got some little press-in plastic dealy whoppers that are gonna go in. So it's gonna be super quick and easy fix on, I think, a common problem with these cars because they're just old cars. So like I said, this is gonna be a super easy one. So I pulled the battery out to give myself a little bit more space to work with. And now there is a couple 13 millimeters we'll need to remove. You can see first thing we'll do is get the tensioner bracket nut and bolt out. So just zip that one out first. Well, loosen it up first and then you can pull your belt off of it. And I got a new belt to replace that while we're in here anyway. Pull that out, let it hang, do whatever you want to do. I'm going to put the, hopefully I'm probably blocking all the view. I'm going to put the nut and bolt back in there to not lose it. And then you'll see there's another one back under here right underneath these coolant hoses. Same thing, you put a wrench on the front and a 13 millimeter deep well on the back on my ratcheting, power ratchet, whatever. Well, if I can break it loose first. So you struggle to film it, but pulled that bolt out of the front, and now the alternator is just sitting here, and now we'll disconnect it. These couple connections, there's a plug that you can just pull right out, right there. And then we got a 10 millimeter and a 8 millimeter. No washer on that one. Okay, now we'll pull this out of the car and put it on the bench. So as you can see on the back of the alternator here, just kidding, on the front, there's the back. This is the bottom one closer to the motor. This is the one that goes to the tensioner bracket. Probably could have just bought a new alternator, but these were like $2 and the alternator works, so why not? So there's a little snap ring. Where'd it go? On this side, pull that snap ring out and then pull out that bushing. Well, that was a bit of a pain in the butt, but I got it off with this and a screwdriver. Now I should be able to punch that out. There we go. There's your nasty old bushing. Well, it's not even really there anymore. There it is. See, that's your nasty old bushing falling apart in here. Alright, we'll clean this up and get ready for the new one. Alright, so here's what we got left of the bushing. I just used the screwdriver to punch it out of the hole here. And it's like not super clean, but good enough. And then I put this in the vise and wire wheeled it just to get it clean enough that it'll fit through our new bushings. So now that's good. And we'll just take these and press them into either side. I think they're the same. Yeah, so we'll just press them into either side of this. I think they should go in by hand. Ideally. One of them wants to go in by hand. And then we'll tap it with the hammer to get it in there. Ideally, I could get it started here. There we go. There. Press that together. Now I'm going to make sure that fits because it's a little bit wide. I'm going to make sure it fits in the bracket before I put the sleeve back in. I'm a little dumb. Forgive me. This is actually going to be the width that sits in the bracket, and that's not changing. So now this, we pushed it out the bottom, so it'll come in this way, and we'll put our little clip back on it. This might require some extra force. Put this on something so I don't trash the bearing here. Still see that? And we'll do that a couple more times till it's all the way in. All right, I just set this side down on some wood so I didn't smash the bearing in. Hammered it down, which it's flush on there, but there's no chance of me getting that clip on there. So do I hit it a little more, or do I just put it in? Because, you know, the bearing can't fall out because it's between the bracket holds it in right here. All right, next thing to do is reconnect to your alternator. So 10 millimeter back on. Then we've got a little 8 millimeter connector, which I need to move this over a bit more. Plenty tight. Put our plug in. I'm going to move you over here. That's plugged in. Now we'll take the alternator, slide it back in the bracket. And fish our washer that we dropped on the ground. so you can't really see it. But in reverse order, we're going to slide in the long bolt that holds it on the bushing we just replaced. I don't think I mentioned it, but there's 2 bushings there. I didn't replace the other bushing because it wasn't as bad, not nearly as bad. So I was only worried with the one. So reverse order, we'll stick this back together, get our new belt on, and tighten it up. All right, just fished my new belt on. See, that's mighty fresh. Now we're gonna stick our tensioner bolt back through the here and tighten this sucker down after we pull it up and give it some tension. Look at that though. New bushing, fixed. So, like I said, that was a super easy one. Only took maybe about 30 minutes, including all of the cleaning. And now you can see I got a fresh belt and an alternator that is very firm in place. So, mad success. Thanks for following along with this one. Stay tuned for more 2002 restoration tips and tricks. Thanks. Peace. Keep it rad.